jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game. A-side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know. Jay the first in the building. What's good with it? I see you on deck. Say salute WCS. Tank more than made up from missing yesterday. Also, EJ was scared up there too. I don't know if EJ was scared. I don't know. EJ, he didn't want to be there. We're going to get to that, Jay. We're going to get to that, man. He didn't want to be there. Mike is in the building. What's good? Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports is in the building. Salute to you, man. Jessica the Queen is in the building. Salute WCS in the chat. Salute to you. Appreciate those of you that showed up early for the show, and the rest is en route. You know what I'm saying? Don't hesitate to share the content. Support the channel. If it's by your mere presence or monetarily, both are truly appreciated. As you all know, the presser went down today, the one that we've been waiting on. And of course, if you followed from the first presser, we wanted to see if it was going to be better because Tank is the savage of pressers, especially when it gets to fight week. You know what I'm saying? We was waiting for this final presser on fight week to show up. We wanted to see if someone was going to goddamn lose. You know, could we see a chink in the armor? We wanted to see if someone was going to get touched. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to see how everything was going to play out. And sure enough, we absolutely did. We absolutely did. Let's get down to Gervonta Davis. 29 victories in, opposite of 0 defeats. 0 draws. 27 coming by way of Baltimore knockout. Alias Gervonta Davis, alias Tank. You know what I'm saying? He's fighting Frank Martin, 18, opposite of 0 defeats with 12 knockouts. His knockout percentage is 66.67%. And as you already know, Tank Davis sitting at a cool 93.1 percentile. You know what I'm saying? This right here is picking up steam. You know what I'm saying? I wanna take out some points of the freaking presser that stood out to me. First of all, what stood out was Tank came in there in all MF in black. Hey, he came in all black. If you didn't hear Frank Martin at the post at the end, Frank said, you came in here like you want to step on something. Like you came in here to step. Yeah, exactly. But we all know he came in there to make sure he continued to stay warm and burn those calories and shit like that. I mean, that's just the way it is, man. Make sure you can constantly burning calories. But Tank was dressed in a black Scully hoodie, you know, sweats. And I even think his shoes was black. So he came in there with bad intentions already. As for Frank was giving me 18 vibes. You know, he was giving me more so Mr. T vibes and shit like I grew up, man. You know, hey, sucker. You know what I'm saying? He gave me Mr. T. You don't want to mess with me, sucker. I'm Mr. T. I'm Mr. T. Don't mess with me, sucker. He gave me the Mr. T vibes, the sleeveless jacket, the sleeve, the sleeves up top, Frank. That ain't it, Shawty. Shawty, man, come on, Frank. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, I can't even say it correctly because that's not something I use to communicate with another human being. Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Tank Davis is set to defend his WBA lightweight world championship against the one and only Frank Martin, alias the Ghost. All right? And if you didn't pay attention, Calvin Ford seemed a lot happier knowing that Floyd wasn't going to be in the motherfucking arena. Didn't he? I ain't gonna lie. Calvin seemed absolutely overjoyed that he can talk his shit and he gonna be able to talk and give his, you know what I'm saying, in between rounds, get his advice to Tank. He don't have to worry about no Floyd coming in there, taking over the show and making it about him. I'm just saying, I saw the energy there, Calvin. I saw you look overjoyed. You look upbeat. You know what I'm saying? He looked upbeat. And then also, I paid attention to how they announced Leonard Ellaby. And they announced Leonard Ellaby is the esteemed Leonard Ellaby. They didn't say, and the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, give it up for Leonard Ellaby. I didn't hear the CEO of Mayweather Promotions. Changes, whole changes. There's some changes coming down to me. Whoa, changes down by the river. Changes. Them changes came down, y'all. For a lot of y'all, that's the first time y'all weren't paying attention. If you use my shit and don't cite me, God damn it, I'm gonna feel some type of way. That's the first time a lot of you niggas has ever heard Leonard Ellaby introduced without them prefacing it with the CEO of Mayweather Promotions. Tell me I'm bullshitting. Tell me I'm wrong with that shit. Tell me I'm wrong. Moving on. We got to go across to the other side, the right side. We're going to pass Mr. T, a.k.a. the Ghost. All right? We're going to go to Derrick James. Derrick James came in there as always, and goddamn, he caused some little kids to get injured once again because, goddamn it, more people trying to get their kids to pay attention to this boxing game because, hey, they might either want to go up and be media, just like, you know, Shaw News and his family, his 11-year-old daughter up there shooting a fight. It's you know what I'm saying? It's gems out there for you. People might want their kid to start shooting fights and be a part. So they had their kid watching the fight. But when Derrick James get up there, the bouncing ball sometimes come off the screen and be landing on the top of kids' heads. And you say to yourself, damn, that's fucked up, man. They knew this shit been going on for freaking months and years now. Why don't they close caption? Why don't they shut that shit down knowing he gonna get on there? But anyway, Derrick James didn't have shit to say that I wanted to hear. Nothing. Thank you. Moving on to the end of the table. I know you aerosexual was smitten. I know they said, oh my God, he's here. Oh my God, you do love me. Errol Spence made an appearance, y'all. Errol Spence made an appearance. Errol Spence showed up. Now, I don't know how many questions he answered. I haven't seen any video up there of him yet. I'm really looking forward, to be honest. But Errol Spence took to the freaking stage. And this is the first time that we have seen him and his former coach, Derrick James, side by side and he doesn't have a fight coming up. Errol Spence don't have a fight coming up. Frank Martin does. So this was the first time we can say we witnessed Errol Spence next to Diddy James in the same, under the same roof, knowing that they both have a court appearance pending. They both have that looming court date out there because there was a verbal agreement, and then there was a confirmation. I paid you what you were supposed to get. No, you didn't. You didn't tell me the correct numbers. You know, so they got to figure that out. But it just seemed like it wasn't comfortable. It seemed like they wasn't all meshing. The vibe wasn't there. It wasn't any cohesiveness as a team. You know what I'm saying? Even though the promoter don't have shit to, to do with the training aspect of it. But still, Spence is still an active fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's still an active fighter. But this was the first time they was actually within proximity of one another and knowing that they had contentiousness about this legal disagreement that deals with money. A lot of times money is what breaks up my people. It depending on what it is. That does split hairs. Real talk. So Errol Spence took to the stage and he said some things that I don't think he believed. Errol Spence jumped in there and said some things to his good buddy Tank that I don't think he believed. We're gonna get to that a little bit later. But shout out to Tank, man. Tank is an absolute beast when it comes to pressers. He kind of give you the same contact. You know it's going to be some type of contact with the enemy. You just don't know what he's going to use, when it comes that time. I've been in plenty of fights of Tank that he would definitely touch you one way or the other. It's not anything that's odd about him not showing up to the freaking grand arrivals. What is that? When he was down here in the A, he was like an hour plus late for the weigh-ins. And we had a building packed full of goddamn my people. Packed shoulder to shoulder. And they was waiting on Tank. And Tank didn't disappoint. He came in there. He weighed in. He was a pound over. He faced off with Gamboa, and all of a sudden, chaos ensued. Tank shoved freaking Gamboa, and the team started to go at it, goddammit. Mayhem and chaos, as only Tank Davis can bring to you front and center. We saw what happened with Ryan Garcia. He was late getting to the presser. Ryan Garcia goes up there and talks to the freaking commentators, and he's mad. It's this unprofessional. And, God bless everybody in there. God bless. It's just so unprofessional. So unprofessional. He could at least be on time. He's just unprofessional. I'm hungry. I'm miserable. So Tank shows up, and he makes it worth his while. He comes up in there, further pisses Tank off. Further pisses Garcia off. And then, there's a one point in time that Tank swung on freaking Garcia lightly, just to let him know the left hook can land if it chooses to. But what Garcia chose to do? Garcia chose to shoot shine up out of there because he couldn't believe the punch landed. But one thing I want to balance out here between him throwing a punch with Garcia and him throwing a punch with Frank, the reactions was different. The reactions were different. Real talk. Now, if you witness, Gervonta was talking mad shit, man, to Frank Martin the whole time he was in his ear. Y'all want to see what I'm talking about? Look at this. This is savage, bro. Tank is a savage at the end of the day when it comes to these pressers. He's a savage, bro. Look at this shit. Let me see. Hold up. Where is it? Where's my pick at, man? Tank is a freaking savage when it comes to these pressers, bro. He's a savage, bro. Look at this picture right here of Tank while they're talking up top. He's talking to millions of people. And look at Tank. Look at Tank, man. Tank is back there eyeballing the shit out of Frank. Look at that shit, bro. If that is not savage, I'm on your ass type of goddamn energy he giving off to Frank. Look at Frank. Frank, knowing damn well he trying to catch the reflection in his shades. He said, God damn, why that nigga looking at me, man? Man, I ain't signed up for this, man. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. That nigga got me up here sounding like Terrence Howard, man. All I want to do is box, man, and talk about math algorithms, man. This man is eyeballing me, man. And like he's going to whoop my ass, and though I feel some type of way, I'm a little bit scared, man. I ain't going to lie, man. Now, what I want you to do right now, man, is goddamn call security over here doing the face-off, man. That little nigga right there, he's going to try something funny, man. Believe me when I tell you, man. He got some up his sleeve, man. That's why he wore all black, man. I'm telling you. Look at Tank. A savage, bro. This dude got his hands behind his head, looking at Frank, punking his ass out, letting you know, hey, you ain't been here. I can feel it. Nigga, you ain't been here before. I'm over here, nigga. That's the energy. It was motherfuckers on Tank, on Frank's shoulder, bro, tapping him on his head. Hey, Frankie, look to your right. Look to your right. Frank, go ahead, look to your right. And Frank's inner thoughts was saying, no, man, he ain't gonna get me to do that shit, man. No, man, catch me on fight night, man. We're gonna see who kick each other ass, man. I don't want to look over them, man. This shit's making me feel some type of way, man. I'm feeling weird right now, man. Why that nigga come in here late? You know, he didn't even show up to the goddamn grand arrival, but he coming here tonight fucking with me, man. What's this about, man? Are we boxing? Are we talking? And so Gervonta was talking shit to Frank the entire presser. And that's where Jay comes in. Jay said he more than made up for missing the grand arrivals. I absolutely agree. He talked motherfucking Frank into the corner, dog. You know, that's the same side that left hand goddamn lands, bro. He talked Frank. He's not going to be able to receive instructions from Diddy James, man, if Diddy choose to talk in Frank's right ear. You know, goddamn Tank has already fucked that nigga's right side up already. He got a goddamn a sense of, he got a little touch of Bell palsy going on if you looked at his face, man. His shit starting to droop. Tank was over there staring him down and talking shit to Frank the entire presser. The entire presser. When Tank got up there, he pretty much said, hey, bro, it's levels. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to show you what this level is all about. You know what I'm saying? Tank has definitely been on this level where he has shown his ass in the ring. And you better hope to God that you make this a fight. You know what I'm saying? Because even Hector Luis Garcia went into the 9th round, from my understanding. And that was a 130-pound champion moving up to 135 for the first time. And even he left the ring on his feet. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. He said he couldn't see out of the left eye. You know, the person that was accused of that crime was Gervonta Davis. Real talk. He was accused. But to his point, Hector Luis Garcia wasn't able to come out for the next round. But you have to look at it like this, Frank. The man was on his feet and he was from a lower weight division, right? He's from a lower weight division, and he went in there from the presser and showed that he was all about defense, Frank. You know, he kind of did a modified Philly shell. But goddamn it, let me show you what Tank made freaking Frank Martin do. Let me show you. Because this is what made it even more interesting to the savagery of Gervonta Davis in the presser. Gervonta scored a 10-8 round just based off motion, based off sudden movement. You know what I'm saying? Sudden movement. Boxing is a sweet science. Tank is the master at puppetizing his opponents when it comes to fight night during the presser. Look at his victim. Look at Mr. T. Look at Frank Martin. Look what happened to Frank Martin, y'all. Tank is a savage. Did you see how Frank Martin flinched? Now, I'm not going to lie. Frank Martin, before I came on here, I was going to do a live a little bit earlier, but I had to call the police and file a report because when he flinched, he actually put a crack in my screen. Real talk. The nigga was all over the place. Let's see it again. Let's see it again. He talking shit. That's Tank do. You know what I'm saying? Look at Frank's eyes. Frank left eye shut. His left eye shut. Look at it, y'all. That nigga, he look at Errol over there. He don't want to be a part of it. Frank left eye shut. It blinked, y'all. It blinked, nigga. Your left eye blinked. 10-8. Tank over here shutting eyes without even no physical contact. Zero physical contact. That's a 10-8 fucking round right there. How in the hell he's gonna goddamn make you flinch, shawty, in front of all those people? The referee's nowhere to be found. You don't even have your trunks and your glove on with a mouthpiece in. And you thought Tank was gonna hit you? To the point where you flinched? Nigga, you have to wait for your eyelashes to grow back. How could you let him get that on you, bro? Did you not? Were you paying too much attention of his fights? Because you should have went back to what he did to Rolly. Come on, man. He pushed Rolly off stage. Did you think he was going to give you a pass? And we haven't even got to the weigh-ins yet, Frankie. I pity the fool who say something about my sleeveless jacket. I pity the fool. That ain't sponsored jewelry I got on. I pity the fool. You come over here talking about I ain't ready for the bright lights. I'm ready. I got my goddamn muscle shirt on and my sleeveless jacket. I'm ready, fool. Don't test me, fool. Mr. T flinched. Let's say it one more time. One more time. This is incredible. I should have put a circle around it. Look at this left eye, y'all. Look at this left eye. God damn. Savagery at its best. It's just savage. Seriously, this is just savagery. Let me get to the chat right quick. Shout out to Big Bounce of Boxing. In the building. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. The OG on deck in the building. Conquest on deck. I see Jones on deck in the building. Shout out to Chastity Thomas. The queen is on deck. Salute to you. Shout out to my guy, the Oracle. Trick Noti is on deck. What's good? He said Tank is unprofessional, though. He'd be late as hell. Okay. Hey, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFN game, but you're not off limits to goddamn being, corrected. Jones coming here talking about unprofessionalism. When did boxing provide you with a welcome aboard package and say, hey, here are the prerequisites you have to check off? First of all, we want to deal with morals and principles, okay? I want you to be able to read Genesis to Leviticus, all right? And we want to ask you about any random verse in there. You must be able to quote it verbatim, okay? Before you can become a boxer. Man, don't come up here talking about no unprofessionalism when it comes to the savagery of Tank. What are you doing, Jones? You better than that. Trick say, W says, what's good? Did you see Spence looking like a combination Mystical and O-Dog? Yes, Frank Moore almost jumped out his skin when Tank flinched at him. He already falling for the fangs. I got Tank. Dude, what? What are you talking about? He jumped out his freaking skin, dog. This man, left eye, the top and the bottom connected, dog. We get off the bus. Oh, I see you in break in the hallway. We gonna fight. And you walk up to it, knowing both of y'all are playing, and that guy Flinch, he jumps, old school. And Frank, knowing damn well that the fight isn't to Saturday, and he flinched the way he did. 10-8 round. 10-8 round. 10 MF and 8. Yeah, he was talking that man the entire time. Savage. Tank is a savage at pressers. Nobody do it consistently like Tank. Real talk. And then I like the Tank. I like the energy that Tank is giving because Floyd ain't around. He even took a shot at Floyd. I was gonna record that too, but that might cause my shit to get taken down. But he was like, Calvin said, "Do you see what's going on? You know, back in the day, Tank wasn't saying too much anything." And then Tank said, "That's because Floyd was talking too much." I'm telling you, man, that whole energy in Team Davis is different. It's different, y'all. The energy is different. And Frank, you in trouble, homeboy. You are in MF in trouble. If y'all don't know who Tank is per WCS, the alias I gave him at the post-fight conference, he'll tell you, El Chin Checker. Yeah, ask him. I gave El Chin Checker. That's when Showtime was still on board. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Not WCS, not a 10-8. It's more like a 10-5. I know, man, when you talking about his alias being the ghost trick and that ghost actually coming up out here like, whoa, nigga, what the fuck you doing, nigga? Calm your ass down. Damn. You leave that to me. I'm the ghost, nigga. Goddamn, chill, bro. You overstepping motherfuckers, dog. Stepping on my toes, man. I'm the motherfucking ghost. You scared the fuck out of me, nigga? Back up. Shit. Damn, what am I here for? That's his alias, man. Let his alias be him. Nigga, what you doing? That's what I'm talking about. That's why I don't like coming to these freaking presses. Y'all be doing too much, Tank. Hey, Frank's ghost goddamn got mad. Frank Ghost got mad, dog. Man, come on, dog. You can't let that happen. Chester say, salute, chat, peace and love. Salute to you. Salute to you. Frank don't like that. Bruce, they said Frank was from Detroit when they introduced him. Man, at this point in time, I don't think anybody really cares where Frank is from. They just know where he's about to go. You know what I'm saying? They just know where he's about to go. Yo, Tank going to F dude up. Sorry, Spence. Since Conquest, shout out to Conquest in the building. Errol Spence Jr., it's not about him per se. That's why I'm saving him to the end. But just like Trick say, he looked like Old Dog and Mystical combined, a hybrid. You know what I'm saying? But still, Spence got up there and said some things before, and Tank held him accountable. To the point where Spence had made a comment that Frank, the same Frank that just flinched himself into a 10-8 round, he pretty much said that he was going to dominate Tank Davis from round 1 to round 12. That's a hard act right there. That's a hard act. That's just hard act. And then today, if you didn't hear him, I would have put it up there, but since I have so much criticism for Spence, they definitely would have got my shit taken down. Spence said, "You ain't fought nobody." And I said, how dare you? How dare you, Errol, say that shit? The last time you uttered those words there, EJ, the most intrusive, punishing beat down you ever experienced in your professional career came to your front door July 29, 2023. The last time that you told somebody that you ain't fought nobody. You found yourself in the Matrix. Your face was looking all distorted and shit. How dare you say that? That is the ominous of all ominous, Spence. You told a friend of yours, Tank Davis, that he ain't fought nobody. Boy, your fighter, you know, when they say, hey, your fighter got to go in there and fight by himself, you ain't lying. You are not lying, EJ. You went up there and used the very same words that basically sealed your fate last year at the T-Mobile massacre. I bet Tank goddamn pissed on himself. I mean, I bet Frank pissed on himself when he said that shit. He said, oh my God, you told Bud that he ain't fought. Oh my God. Any other shit you had to say, you didn't have to say that shit. Just let me get in the ring first, man, and say it under your breath. Damn. I had Tank in 10, but after the presser, I give him 7. Frank looked irritated. This is the only thing I can say about Tank Jones is that, Frank. Frank's personality reminds me like a bag of stale Cheetos. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that like Cheetos like I did growing up in the South, like you have some type of salivation going on. You're like, oh man, damn, okay. And then once you start to grow and you're like, okay, the only way that you're going to keep Cheetos fresh is you roll up the bag real good. You put a rubber band around it or something. You know what I'm saying? But when you dip your hand in there and grab a Cheeto and it's stale, the look you have on your face, that's what I get when Frank begins to talk. No motherfucking personality. Him and maple syrup are related. I always mention maple syrup because the shit don't have none. Like you, if you really want to waste some time of your life, just go up here and get a Q-tip and play with some fucking maple syrup. You know what I'm saying? Tank just gives me this dull freaking look, no freaking charisma, no energy. You know, he can box. Frank, you can box. I ain't gonna lie. You can box. But know what I mean? Know what I mean? Bro, I know you got expelled from school for goddamn drugs in your vehicle. But you act like you starting to show. The years that you miss and shit, it's starting to show, goddammit. Come on, man. What class did you miss before they came and got you out the classroom and said, hey, we need to get into your vehicle? It was said that, you know, we smelled marijuana. And then from then on, they found some shit and they expelled Frank. Now it's making all the sense, like he on stage saying, no, I mean. No, I mean. Yeah, he missed English class and he never went back. He never went back. That's real talk. Frank got expelled from high school, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He got expelled from high school. So that's why his personality, you know what I'm saying, is a little dull. It's nothing that you find that's gonna pick you up. You know what I'm saying? If you really want your endorphins to be activated at night and you're trying to get some sleep, all you gotta do is just turn on any one of Frank interviews. It don't matter who's interviewing. He was on the Pivot podcast. He was over there with Cam and Mace. He's been around. Dude is fucking boring. The nigga be wearing some gear, but dude, man, I hope you just go in there and shock us. That's all. I hope you put up a better fight than we expecting. Spence Mike's campaign is light heavyweight. He should fight the winner of Benavidez Vostik. No, man. No. Don't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be able to go back to his family, bro. I don't think after, you know, this fight coming up in October, I think that's going to be a retirement unless freaking Sebastian Fundora go in there with the orders and he chose to bow out and take a bullshit way. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. But we will get back to Spence, though. I didn't even finish the press conference. I still got to finish it. Tank got to him. Yeah. Tank flinched. You know, he just, you know, jumped at him and his left eye, his top and bottom echelon, the upper and lower echelon connected off that feint. Just a little, you know, he just fucked with him like, look, nigga. And that mug goddamn caught himself. He's embarrassed, bro. Look how he put his left hand up in there. Stop it. Stop. You better stop it. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop it. That's how he put his left hand up. Like he was in one of those special ed classes or something, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Tank, you blew it. I mean, Frank, you blew it, bro. You blew it. You come up there with a Mr. T jacket, no personality. Tank called you out on having sponsored jewelry on. It's all bad, shawty. It's all bad. Real talk, it's all bad. Like, dude. Blunt say, hands raised up in self-defense, then his second reaction was to punch. Man, it didn't even look real, dog. You know what I'm saying, Blunt? It didn't even look natural. Like some people like, okay, I know what this dude's about. Somebody didn't brief him that Tank is going to do something. He's going to do something to you. He's going to take you out of your comfort. You're not going to be at ease up there with Tank on fight week at these pressures and face-off. He has one more moment. You know what I'm saying? He has one more moment. That is the weigh-ins. And what is Tank guaranteed to do? He's guaranteed to touch Frank one way or the other. Frank should know this. If he goes up there and shoves Frank Martin like freaking Devin did Lomachenko, Frank liable to goddamn stumble his ass off stage. Real talk. He's liable to fall off stage into the audience and say he got a damn shoulder injury and the fight get called off. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. I'm hoping after this, and they're gonna be on social media. People gonna start talking about this shit right here. They're gonna start talking about it, bro. Look at this. How can you allow someone who's known to reach out and push his opposition or punk them? Why wouldn't you be ready and you and him already sparred there, Frankie? He first of all, he has his shoulder turn. You know what I'm saying? What is that about? So you can be in your wrestling stance. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. His right hand came up too. He flinched both hands, bro. And he bit his, like put his lips in like when we was kids. Look at his whole demeanor, dog. Look at the muscles. Tank goddamn flinched the muscles out of Frank. Look at that shit. Savage. El Chin Checker, you're a savage, bro. Don't nobody do no press conference like freaking Tank. Nobody do a presser like Tank. You know what I'm saying? Tank got Frank nervous. Tank played Frank and man down promotions. He did, man. I just, he wasn't properly prepared. He knew that Tank, he missed the grand arrival and he was going to turn up on him. It seems like Frankie wasn't ready for the turn up. You know what I'm saying? How can you not be ready for somebody who has footage out there of fucking with his opponents doing the lead up like Tank? This is not his first time doing this shit. Frankie should have known that, but I forgot. Look who he's with. He's with Diddy James. He probably asked, hey, Derek, should I be concerned about Tank Davis at the... No, I'm getting kids. Ow, mommy. Mommy, can you come here? The bouncing ball hit me in the head again. Can you give me some more ice? And the cat. You need to go find the cat. I think the cat is injured too. I mean, come on, bro. Tank in his head like McGregor was in all those head. Tank makes Psychic was harder. Make Psychic was harder than Cement is. And all those make Psychic hard. I'm not sure what you were saying. That trick. I kind of get where you're going, what you're saying for sure. Goes to the upper room. Yeah, man. How can you have an alias, bro? How can you have an alias like the Ghost and your ghost get mad? How can you have an alias as Ghost and Tank freaking scare the Ghost out your ass and the Ghost start cussing you out? He said, leave this shit up to me, nigga. Let me jump out your skin. Let me do it without you flinching. How about that next time? You can't do that shit in a fight. Chill, nigga. Let me do my motherfucking job, nigga. Damn. You piss me the fuck off, man. We not even looking like we're a unit, goddamn it. We on the eve of one of the biggest fight, the biggest fight of all life. And you letting this nigga goddamn make me jump out your skin. What the? Leave that shit to me, nigga. Let me play my role. Damn, man. Hate y'all niggas be doing too much. Jessica said, damn, Frank already down 2 rounds. Who did not prepare him for the savagery of El Chin Checker, bro? Nobody didn't have a sit down with you, Frankie? When your designer was putting you on them Mr. T 18 threads, you didn't say to yourself, hey, you look like you've been covering the sport a little bit. Hey, check this out. Is there anything I should be prepared for in this moment? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling something. I just don't know what I'm feeling, though. But I do feel it, though. It's a different type of energy. What am I feeling? Do you know? Have you been here before? Have you seen Tank? Have you really paid attention? What should I prepare for? What should I prepare for this time? Man, I can tell you like this. You should prepare for the unexpected, bro. Real talk. Wish for the best and prepare for the absolute worst dealing with Tank. Okay? Now I'm gonna tell you, it might come up that he gonna touch you. He gonna put a fingertip on you. He gonna do something, bro. Just be prepared for it. All right? Whatever you do, Frankie, don't let him make you flinch. Whatever you do, Frankie. Don't let him punk you like that, Frankie. And what did Frankie do? Frankie went up there and forgot about the conversation. Tank had him spooked. The lights was just a little bit too bright, even with his shades on. Nigga up there trying to be cool and shit. Look, I knew it was fucked up when Tank came in there with no shades on, talking shit. I said, Frank is done. Because Tank, when he want to be reserved, the nigga usually have on shades. Tank didn't even have no shades on. And he was talking the whole fucking time, dog. He was talking the whole time. Something was up. Look at this shit. Tank has no shades on, bro. And this nigga's kicked back like he on the beach from knocking Frank ass out. And look at him. He's just staring at him. And Frank is over there looking out the side of his face like, yeah, man. I might have got expelled from school, but, you know, all the bitches was on me, though. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could have went to the prom and shit. But real talk, nigga, still smooth, suave. Goddamn. And shout out to my designer, man. I want to wear something to accentuate my muscles and shit. Wear my goddamn sleeveless jacket. And you know, my shirt. Yeah. I always got to show my biceps and triceps. Yeah. Look at Tank. Tank over there with his hands behind his head, eyeballing the nigga. He was on some different time today, shawty. He was on some different time. Real talk. Tank, I think, you know, at one point in time, I thought Rolly was the worst that stood across from Tank. But you just took that away. You just took that away. Real talk. You took that away. But Jessica said he down 2 rounds already. God damn. Shout out to the news by Shaw News Sauce Experience. Team Tucker official in the building. Salute to you, brother. Great work. You know what I'm saying? Continue to put those freaking how to do out there to these media guys, man. Great work. You and the fam. You know what I'm saying? Great work covering the fight card. Great work. And shout out to Nasaya, man. 11 years old. Shot her first card on ESPN Top Rank. 11-year-old photographer, man. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. Raise them up in the way they should be, goddamn it. Man Down Promotion is some line cowards. They move like straight herbs. Why? Now, Spence should have known that when he came out of the shadows into the light for this fight week, people are going to want to know. And let me go while I'm on here. Let me go out here and check once again. I want to check. You know where I'm going. Let me check right quick. I want to see, because we're going to play the audio. That means I'm going to look this up, and I don't know if it's an interview up here or not. Hold on for a second. We're about to listen to this together if it's out here. Let me see if he got any videos out here. Let me see. No, he's just talking about that. Okay, Errol Spence, Derrick James, awkward reunion since. So really, I don't see any interviews out here with Fight Hype of Errol Spence Jr. solo dolo in the media scrum. Nothing. Nothing. And that's disappointing too. You going in on Frank? I think Frank has some class about him. Okay. Let's give it up for class. Especially give it up for the class that he missed when he was expelled for having drugs in the car. That's not alleged. That's absolutely fact, shawty. So give it up for class with CLASSSSS. Give it up for class, y'all. Because when it comes down to boxing pressers, when you want to sell tickets, you can always depend on class, baby. Yeah. Give it up for class. Whatever you want to do in life, make sure you have some class when you become a boxer. Because class is going to get you that pass. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, class is going to get you the pass that you're looking for. This man should be trying to sell the fight just like Tank. Tank is giving you every bit of energy that you need to change up and let the people know that I can jump out of character just like him. But hey, Chastity says, you going in on Frank. I think Frank has some class about him. Hey, I have some class about me too. I really do. But just because other people think that I may not have class in the moment doesn't extract every bit of class I have in certain moments. I have class when it's warranted. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. Come on. He has class, but he up here, a grown-ass man, talking about, know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Yeah. When I was suspended, you know, for having drugs in my car, man, I had class up in that bitch. I said, fuck it, man. They didn't confiscate the drugs. Me and my people, they went up there and we smoked the rest of it up. I said, nigga, I'm out of school for the rest of the year. God damn it, let's smoke, nigga. And do it with class. Man, that's some good shit. Nigga, when you smoke that motherfucker, have your elbow up in the air, nigga. Goddamn, put your hat to the side, nigga, and smoke that shit with class. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Chastity. I'm just making light of it. But this is the sport of boxing, Chastity. At the end of the day, I am absolutely going in on Frank based off what I witnessed in the presser. You know what I'm saying? And I believe I'm in every right to talk about how that man became Mr. Super Flinch. Yeah, that came Mr. Super Flinch. How you gonna flinch like that? I pity the fool. I pity the fool, Chastity. Anybody who talk about my sleeveless jacket. I'm Mr. T reincarnated fool. 2024. I pity the fool. Come on, Chastity. Chastity's talking about goddamn class, y'all. Should I channel my Allen Iverson? Hey. We're not talking about the fight. We're talking about class. We ain't talking about the blood, sweat, and tears I put in inside the gym on fight camp. We're talking about class. We're not talking about Tank Davis going up here always putting his hands on his opponents, you know, at the fight we presser. But when it comes to Frankie, we're talking about pure class. That's what we talk about. And it's somebody to bring the cameras in here and get all the producers. We need to write a script on boxers who have class. Yes, that vlog is gonna do numbers. Yes, it's gonna go viral. You know what I'm saying? Super viral because Frank has class. That's what I'm talking about, baby. It's nothing at the end of the day. If anything you have, you can be a Christian. You know what I'm saying? You can be a person with morals. You can be caught up in all your bills. You can have a FICO score of 803. You can be at the top. But what are you if you don't have motherfucking class, nigga? Who are you if you don't have class? I get it, Chastity. I get it. I get it. I get it. Really, I do, man. I do. You know what I'm saying? Why cats bite their lip when they get mad? Frank bit his lip like he was about to bust on himself. Man, stop it, dog. Man, stop it, man. Trick. God damn it, Trick. Did you not hear Chastity? She said I was going in on Frank. Frank has class. How about you get some class in your life, Trick? Get some motherfucking class, nigga. Don't come on my channel unless you got some class. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Trick. You old enough. You know better. Come on. Tank got Frank nervous. Tank played Frank and Man Down Promotions. Hey, I don't think him and Errol really have disdain for one another. Real talk. I think it's still professional between them. I think they real cool. If you go back to the time where Errol was inebriated on the PBC fight card, and you know, Broner was sober, Tank was sober. I don't know about the rest of the dudes, but that's when, you know, Errol was telling Spence to say he was the best fighter in the world. You know what I'm saying? I think they have mutual respect for one another. But that's his fighter. And, you know, when he said you ain't fought nobody, I didn't believe it. But God damn it, it did take me back to the preamble of him and Crawford. I stood up from my chair and said, oh my God. He said the ultimate no-no. You know what I'm saying? I say, Frank, you might as well grab some bandages now. Nigga, you about to bleed. You about to bleed. For real. But Chastity, I'm just making light of it, please. Don't feel no type of way. I'm just making light like I do a lot of times. You cannot take this serious all the time. You know what I'm saying? You cannot take this serious. You got to have some enlightenment. You got to have some freaking humor. You have to be comedic every now and then. You have to ad-lib this shit. Oh my God. Chester said I'm a comedian. I mean, it's just not to be serious, you know. Hey, don't time out the stray. Let the stray go over here and be amongst greatness. Let the stray be amongst greatness. All right, don't time them out. Don't do nothing. Let them sit there and be amongst greatness. The hottest chat in the MF game. Don't time them out. You know what I'm saying? Don't time them out. Just let them sit here. You know what I'm saying? I left them some shit out there on the sidewalk anyway. Let them eat. He said Tank was talking about Joe Dini boxing language. He said he was going to break his ass up. Yeah, man, just savage. And who does that? It's just savage, man. Come on, bro. You had to understand this was about to go down like this. Tank has a history of reaching out to his opponents on fight week and doing the pressers and making them feel some type of way. You know, he was late for the Garcia fight. He was late for plenty of fights, man. Seriously. He was late for the Gamboa fight. Hey, that's what he does. He's going to be late one time or another. You just have to deal with it. You just have to deal with it, man. Real talk. You just have to deal with it. You know? But at the end of the day, Let's talk about EJ. EJ happened to be the promoter of Frank Martin. And yes, he was sitting within proximity of Diddy James. Now, what would have lit the press conference on fire is that those two would have been arguing. You know what I'm saying? They should have argued. I would have liked to see them exchange words. You know, but I think they probably talked before they went up there. I don't think they were just up there standing, because you got to think how long they've been around each other. But it does get a bit strange that they both have legal paperwork pending, and it deals with money. Money changes a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the reason why I'm bringing up Arrow. Arrow has been on skates, dog. Not any type of skates. We're not talking about the Olympics about to come up. I'm not talking about any type of skates. I'm not talking about, you know, pulling up the Cascade like we used to do back in the day, a Golden Glide, and putting on some roller skates. I'm not talking about freaking ice skate. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Spence has been on his speed skating shit. What is going on with Spence, bro? You have a fight coming up in October. Why can't you just hang out, chill, and answer questions, bro? Why do you always feel like you're uncomfortable, you're out of place, you ain't trying to be there long, and you want to leave? So the entire time, this is Wednesday, you probably been out. He might have came in today. He might have came in yesterday. Who knows? But it just seems like your avoidance is weighing you down. Like Crawford is already giving you a lifetime anchor that's never going to leave you. That shit's going to sit on both shoulders. You know what I'm saying? It's going to remind you how the T-Mobile Massacre played. You can't get away with that. But being that you've healed, you recovered, it seemed like you seen where you was going today. You didn't have on glasses like you did when you was at the Bud presser. It seemed like you're good to go. Why can't you just do some interviews and let the media ask you some questions? It seemed like you want to wait the fight night so you can give them pre-instructions like Canelo did for any media to be kicked out if they ask about David Benavidez. So I'm thinking Errol Spence is going to come around and say, hey, let them know. Don't ask me no questions about Crawford. I'm not fighting Crawford. I'm fighting Sebastian. No. The last person you fought that gave you your first loss was freaking Crawford. So therefore, media should be able to inquire, and they should be able to interact with a media scrum and propose those questions to you. And you should be able to willingly answer, just like you did for the two press conferences that you had out here. And who remember that he was the one that checked the media guy. You switching up this. What do you mean this switching up and not? You up there trying to check a legend of Mike Tyson. And I just want to talk to you. You said that Crawford gonna beat me, and all his and Sean Porter daddy said he always want to check somebody, but he don't want to do any interviews right now. Bro, your fighter is on deck. You his promoter. You gonna go there moving at light speed because you don't want to answer any questions, bro? You got to give us something. Just provide us with some content. People are out there for a reason, bro. You cannot run away from this damn result. Crawford changed your life. He gave you your first loss. But the first loss was anything like you ever imagined because you uttered those words that you said about Tank tonight. You say you ain't fought nobody. And those words right there, bro. Those words right there slid you across that blade, man. And you know, you just have to deal with what history has for you in the boxing annals, Spence. The boxing annals will always bring this July 23rd. Somehow, some way, there is some people out there with the recorded fight. It's not like the fight isn't out there. But if you go and try to search for it, and I'm pretty sure if anybody attempt to put it up, they're going to remove it. How can they want to erase a sanctioned fight for the welterweight undisputed? How will you allow that to happen, Spence? Why is this one of those situations where you just don't let it go down in history? It played out the way it did. You wasn't the better man that night. Crawford was on a whole nother level. He beat you up, broke you up, and he goddamn sent you about your way, but not without giving you a hug and say, hey, man, if it wasn't for you, this fight wouldn't happen. I appreciate you. I appreciate you for giving me those concessions that I demanded and got. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you understanding when I told your ass back in Oklahoma that I was going to stop you, and you said, on God, I'll never stop. Next time, I hope you learn your lesson. Don't ever utter those words again like you said to me. Don't ever tell nobody you ain't fought nobody. All right? That's the only thing I want to say, Spence. You got it? Don't ever tell anybody that you ain't fought nobody. And what did he do? He did. He told Gervonta Davis, you ain't fought nobody. So Gervonta, that's extra power for him to go in there and goddamn change Frank's life. We already know the members of the Canvas University. Ryan Garcia, Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence Jr. And then I believe it's going to be Frank Martin. I just don't know what round it's going to be. But I believe it's going to be Frankie Frank. I don't know what round it's going to be. But one thing we know about Diddy James over there is that he has a lot of fighters that went through some shit. This ain't no different. It would be good if Diddy James can encourage Errol Spence to talk to the media, because we deserve that shit. You feel me? We deserve to hear and be able to ask questions and hear your answers to the question that we have. Like me, for instance. I'm going to channel my Chastity. Chastity said, class, if I was there at the MGM and I had the opportunity, I'm going to do it with class. Okay? My first question to EJ, leaving out everything else, doing it with class, right? I would say this, Errol, it's good to see you, you know what I'm saying, since, July 29th, 2023. Since looking back at that fight now, I want to ask you this. Do you still continue to see Bud Crawford's face every time your eyelids close at night? Is he still a part of your nightmares? Huh? Do you get those chill bumps on you when you think about that T-Mobile massacre? Do you? Do it still basically breach the perimeter of comfort when you're just relaxing? Does it? Do you see those flashes? You know what I'm saying? Not hot flashes, but those Omaha flashes. And Bud face fly across, and you see him, and he gets a little freaked out a little bit. Do you still see the shot coming? Do you still see the shot coming? Do you? Do you still feel the shots? Do you? I mean, I just want to know, out of respect and class, do you remember that you told him that you was going to break him like Kunta, beat him like Kunta, and to see you go in there and start to look like Kunta and Toby? Do he still show up in your nightmares? Can you answer that? I don't have nothing else to say. Can you answer that? Why y'all taking my credentials? I only asked him a simple question with class. I didn't drop the N-word on him. I didn't drop the B. I didn't drop any of that. I did it with class, etiquette. I articulated myself. I didn't use any grandiloquent type of words. Okay, okay? Give me a fucking break, man. That's all I'm trying to say, man. EJ been a fake snake his whole career, always hide behind lies. One lie that he cannot hide behind is the lie that he said he was gonna break Crawford. He was gonna beat him like Kunta Kinte. Now that lie right there, that's a hell of a lie. But looking back at it, I think Errol actually believed what he was saying. I truly believe. I think he actually believed that. For one, he didn't think that Crawford could stop him. He didn't think that he'd get beat up the way he did. He actually believed that he can beat him up like Kunta. He was gonna break him like Kunta. And he actually thought that, yeah, his resume at any given day and time, EJ believed that he can beat everybody on Crawford's resume. So the threat level was very minimal, you know, for that of Spence. Because Spence said he loved living out of pocket. So the threat level for him to feel some type of way by heading into that fight, I think it was very, very minimal when it should have been a heightened awareness, an all-time high. The alert should have been there. The bullhorn should have been sounding. They said, hey, man, stop taking him for a joke. It wasn't the right people around him saying, hey, I just want to make sure you ain't taking him lightly, bro. Fuck that resume you talking about. You got to go in there and fight him. You taking this serious? You good? Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I can beat everybody on this resume, man. Ain't nobody on there prepare him for me. I consider myself to be the best fighter at 147 pounds. I'm the unified champion. I have more belts than him. I did all the heavy lifting. I'm him. I'm the boogeyman. Man down. True. Big fish. Yeah, Strapsy. All that. That's me, nigga. That's me. I got the shit tatted in my skin, nigga. That's me. He can't do shit. Man, he can't do shit to me. He too small. He too light in the ass. That's what Spence was saying about Crawford. And now you don't want to goddamn do any interviews, huh? I swear that's some bullshit if I ain't ever seen it. That's some bullshit, ain't it? That is some bullshit. Obama flashes, you know, he still got nightmares, no rematch. Yeah, he don't want any rematches, man. This dude stayed in the contract long enough for Boots Ennis to get that IBF title at the end of 23, and then found himself going live for some bomb-ass cataract surgery, and then drop out and say, and then Steven Espinosa say, well, you know, to be honest, we couldn't just keep him locked in. We only kept him locked in as long as we did so Boots can get that title, you know, and everything. And since that's been taken care of, well, we say, why not take it into 2024 just to make it look a little bit more natural? You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit more original. Come on, man. Shout out to Arnold Brown in the building. Salute to you. Yeah, he definitely is feeling and seeing those flashes come across when he's in REM sleep. He sees Crawford there staring out of the shadows with those white, you know, when Crawford be tucking his head like he did against Jose Benavidez, and you can see the white of his eyes before he came around the corner. You know what I'm saying? And Benavidez saw him too. That's why he pushed him. Oh my God, you're frightened. Get off me. And Crawford tried to come back with the right cross. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Did he really tell the press not to ask about July 29th? I didn't say he told them. I'm assuming based off the absence, Jessica, the absence of any media scrum, any 1v1s. I don't see no 1v1s, man. I don't even see half court. I don't even see any goddamn media scrum, you know, at all from the big media, so to speak, that's out there. Nothing. Look, for everyone who don't know, not so much Shaw News and those who cover fights, you know, myself, after this right here on a Wednesday, it's really nothing else to do except if you the trainer and everything that you shaking out and continue to cut weight. or whatever, because the weigh-in's Friday, right? So it's really nothing else to do for a promoter. Unless Spence is trying to cut a little weight while he over here in Vegas too. But no, what am I doing? It's not with class, man, for me to speak about what Spence may not be doing. It's only June. He got July, August, and September. That's too much time for Spence to go over here and try to be cutting weight. But anyway, back to what I was saying. We don't have no 1v1s, man. I don't see, I put the shit out. Let me do it again. Maybe he came out of his room and somebody called him and he gave an interview. Let me see. Let me see if he out here now. Let me see. Exclusive. No, that was 1 month ago. I'm looking for something that was like an hour ago. No, that's Fight Hub. No, that's on stage. Oh, we got some, y'all. We got some. Let's see if they ask him. We got some, y'all. Let's get this down. We got one. We got Spence talking. Let's see if they ask him. Let me share this right quick. Let me see. Let me see if they ask him the important questions. Hold on. We about to peep this out. Here go one. This is the only one I found out here so far. Let me see. Let's go.
He's gonna say try to get under my skin, try to get under everybody's skin, but you know it's definitely bigger than that. You know, we here for a reason. Nobody's here just to get a check. We're here to get belts and everything else too to come with it. So on Saturday night you will see a new world champion of the world.
I just want to let y'all know that I'm playing this back at normal speed. Okay, if you all want me to speed it up, maybe I should speed it up. I don't want anyone to start. I want to do it with class, okay? I'm going to speed it up a little bit, okay?
Earl, do you feel that Tank hasn't fought nobody until Frank? I know you made that comment.
Nah, he ain't fought nobody. I feel like Michelle Rivera could be anybody on his list. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know, he hasn't fought anybody. I feel like Frank is the most talented and skilled fighter that he's going to fight. If not, who's more talented and skilled than Frank that he's fought?
Was that a question or just
yeah,
a question? I mean, it's a definitely different style, you know, professionally.
Nah, but who's more talented and skilled that he fought?
I mean, I guess some people might.
I think this speed works. Okay? I'm at 1.25, man. I sped it up a little bit. I like it. I like it. Kids are being saved. I feel good about myself. I'm saving lives.
I feel Ryan because he beat Devin.
So
because of the rehydration, right?
Yeah.
I guess some people might feel Pitbull, you know?
That's your thought. Pitbull a pressure fighter. Pitbull a pressure fighter. So I wouldn't say he's skilled. Yeah. I mean, he's a strong guy that's gonna come forward. I mean, I don't think he's more skilled than Frank at all.
Yeah.
What you make when Jordan comes your outside?
Well, I ain't make nothing of it, but it's not about me right now. It's about Frank. So we're gonna keep the question about Frank Martin.
That is. We're going to keep the question about Frank Martin. But you are being interviewed. You are being interviewed, so we can't ask you anything on a fucking Wednesday, bro? See, Chastity, this is what I was talking about the class. Sometimes it's not needed in boxing, man. Man, I love the game. But the game don't need class, man. The game don't need class. This dude right here, he is a pound for pound fighter who went in there against another pound for pound elite. It didn't go his way. And he's telling people, oh, we're going to keep it on Frank Martin. It ain't all about me. Man, that is some bullshit, dog.
You've been big event show yourself, and you got Tank up there, you know, doing the antics, getting in his head. How do you gonna keep him grounded to Saturday?
Nah, they should pump him up. I mean, even if you're nervous to be on this big stage, and somebody.
And this is via FightHype.com. FightHype.com. FightHype.com audio.
Talking noise to you and, you know, and saying different things about you and saying they're going to knock you out and show you. They should get you amped up and pumped up. So, you know, I think he's going to call on his competitive spirit. He's going to be pumped up, ready to go for Saturday night.
Hi, Errol. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Yes. This is someone new. And, you know, she even got a smile out of Errol. She said, "Hi, Errol. How are you?" You know what I'm saying? I think I might use that voice next time. Not.
Great to see you again. So you've been in this position many times before. What's the best advice you've been giving Frank leading up to this?
Stay focused. This is moment of time.
What did I tell you, y'all? Newbie. Tyro. What's the best advice you can give Frank leading up to this? I mean, we don't ask those questions anymore. We ask about the here and now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're trying to cater to this dude for what? He took it upon himself to check a media. You know, goddamn, why can't he answer questions about him?
Hopefully he's put on a great show and a great performance. He's looking the part, and his past fights he looked great too. So hopefully he'll look great this fight. He got to be 100% ready. He's put on a great show. Thank him for 100% prepared. And the coach, you know, getting ready for the moment again. Been at this moment plenty of times. And I feel like Frank, this is the first time Frank is at this moment, but I feel like he's going to put on a great show, a great performance. He show people why he is the new face of 135 pounds.
What do you see going down Saturday night? Like, do you think it's going to go to the decision or it's going to be a knockout?
I really don't know. I think it could be a knockout. I think, you know, both ego and pride will get involved. And, you know, somebody gonna put somebody, somebody's gonna be put somebody. I think it's gonna be a good fight. A lot of people think it's gonna be
Next.
boxing match, but I think in the later rounds when they both kind of were.
What were your thoughts on it?
Nah, I didn't see it. I want to see it.
I know, so do I. I think we all said that Frank shared the ring with. Do you agree with that? And do you think this is going to be his?
See, this is a perfect example when these guys, especially Fight Hype, and shout out to Fight Hype, no knock on them, but for her to come over here and ask and run off questions like that, you know what I'm saying? This is a media scrum. You got to get it where you get it. Just because they walk up with somebody and have a microphone, you can't allow them. Those of you that actually go to fights. I mean, I'll take that back. They already know. The ones of you that's planning on going to fights and dream about going to fights and doing a media scrum. I haven't seen it yet, but you don't let stuff like this happen. You fire off questions.
Hardest opponent up to date, because you said he hasn't really fought anybody.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean, the most talented person getting fought, so I do believe that 100% that it is the most athletic person that he's been in the ring with.
All right, now there you go, people. You know, he shut that down. He wanted to keep it about Frank. Let's see while I'm out here fishing. Let me see. Here go another one. Here go another one.
You know, he's the guy in the NBA.
This is Fight
one of
Hub
the guys that
TV,
everybody
Fight
fear
Hub
after. So I mean, it's sad for his passing, but you know, everybody got died at an old age. So you know, blessings to him and his family.
If you beat Fedor, does that Crawford rematch most likely happen? Because fight matchable.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, look, if somebody asked about a Crawford rematch and he turned his head, he said, yeah, for sure. He turned his head and looked to the back. Let's go back, because that went by pretty quick.
Without giving away too much of the game plan, what are some things
Wait for you to finish talking, Snap.
Without revealing too much of the game plan, what are some of the things that you guys see in Frank that maybe the world doesn't know that causes them to underestimate Frank going into this one?
I mean, you'll see. Saturday night, he fighting a top level opponent. You know, he fighting a guy at 135 pounds, and I guarantee Frank gonna shine under the bright lights and show everybody why he is the best 135 pounder in the world.
Errol, good to see you. How you been?
Good, man. Good, man.
How's ranching over there?
It's good. Yeah.
Kids playing soccer. Keep on seeing that on your story.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I know you probably already touched on a couple of subjects about this, but I just want to get your thoughts on, you know, I know Fedor's going to be the next fight for you. But what's your overall take on Ryan's, you know, comments? He said he'd go up there and fight you. You take him serious at this moment?
I mean, you make a lot of comments, man. I don't really want to talk about Ryan.
In this fight going in with you know, Javante and Frank, did you expect that kind of behavior from Javante? Obviously not showing up yesterday at your rival. What do you think about that?
I mean, you're the man. You can do what you want to do. So, I mean, he did what he wanted to do.
And another one for me. I know this is maybe speculation now, just rumor.
So just to drop a jewel on y'all on how this guy's asking questions. You know, he's asked 3 questions in a row. And you heard when he said another one for me. You know, he already asked 2 questions. He said another one for me. Pick that up, those of you that don't attend fights, that's looking for the first time. You can actually join a media scrum and ask some questions. You know what I'm saying? Those of you that's talking about you're the best at this media stuff and you don't go to a single fight and you don't know how to join a media scrum. Take it from this guy. He said another one for me. That's just a little gem right there. If you want, you know, to rally off another question.
But just Crawford Canelo, I mean, is this something that you could honestly think that should happen? You know, there's weight classes for a reason.
I mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford want to challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. You know, so.
Wow, clap it up, Chastity. Errol mentioned that with class. Wow. He said something positive. That's what happened when somebody beat the goddamn discipline in your ass. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So, you know, I'll be going for Bud, you know, if he fight Canelo.
You got Crawford over Bud? I mean, you got Crawford over Canelo? Sorry.
I'll be going for him. I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's going to win or lose, but I'll definitely be going for Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off.
What? Man, God damn, sorry, man. God. Hey, man. Hey, can you pull me some of that shit, man? Go down in the stash, man, and give me that premium shit, man. I got to drink to that, man, for real. Shit, nigga. I might have to change up my motherfucking seafood celebration, nigga. God damn. Goddamn Errol Spence said some positive shit about Crawford. He said he's going for Crawford if he faces Canelo. It seems like the respect was enforced and applied, and now it's being regurgitated. It's being reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? Tenfold. Errol said something positive about Crawford. See what you did, Crawford? That's your fault. He's saying some goddamn nice shit about you, bro.
He's chasing greatness, so why not?
But don't you think maybe it's just he's reaching a little bit more than, or I guess biting more than he can chew, because
Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it, why can't Crawford do it?
So
damn, just when I was up here ridiculing Errol Spence for not giving an interview, even though they're not talking about the fight. It's talking about all these exterior, indirect, band-aid questions. I haven't heard something about the fight. I want to hear something about the fight, man.
Changing subjects real quick. I know, we got the NFL, the NBA, we have all these leagues. Big news that came out recently was just possibly making a boxing league. The Saudi, and I asked Jim Lapley about it, and he said, man, many people have tried to do that for so long. Do you think it could possibly happen?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seemed like he got a lot of money, so I mean, in boxing, whoever got, you see so many promoters and so many people coming to the game,
You know what's going to fool a lot of people? They'll listen to Spence talk, and they're going to get happy, but people, I've sped it up, okay? I know a lot of you all are super happy that you get a little tidbit of what, Errol Spence used to sound like back in the day, his speed, how his delivery was. I get it. I'm feeling good with this too. You know what I'm saying? But I did speed it up, okay? I just want to make you aware of it before you go out here and put in your title that you was listening to my shit and you said Errol Spence seemed to come back around full circle. It's sounding like the Spence of old. No, I sped up the playback of the video.
Money, so I mean, he got a lot. So I think he could do it if he got everybody on board. But it takes, collective. I mean, getting 1 to 2 promoters, not gonna do nothing. But if you get everybody on board, I think it could happen.
Hey Spence, on the Crawford Canelo, do you just see Crawford having a box Canelo because he boxed you? A bigger man, had to pick angles and not just go straight into it. You think that would be?
That's another gem. See how this person that's asking this question? He's trying to finesse himself into Errol talking about July 29, 2023, the T-Mobile massacre. He's trying to attach it with a fight, a topic of discussion that's currently, but he's trying to bleed it in to last year. Smart, very smart.
Insane if he just went toe-to-toe with it?
Oh, I don't know. I ain't looked into it. I just know who I'm rooting for.
Absolutely. That's respect. That's respect.
Did you expect Tim Tszyu to go out? I mean, did you have Tim Tszyu possibly winning that fight going back with Fundora? Because a lot of people had Tim Tszyu.
I don't care. I mean, I bet it on Fundora to win.
Yeah, bet he slipped.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
So what's the bet for Saturday?
Oh, I'm going Frank, man. Frank the underdog too. So what is it, like plus 594 or something like that? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Because I'm not gonna bet somebody, and I'm finna bet the books come up. So
any final thoughts on your possible next trainer? I know there's just a few there in the Dallas area. I don't know if you're gonna continue staying in the Dallas area, but any.
There it is. Salute to you, whoever that is in the back. Finally asking about his trainer. Damn, dog. Dog, when you go out there, man, you got to take your time and seize the moment. Finally, somebody asked about a trainer, bro. Let's see if I'm looking at this just like you are for the first time, okay? Let's see what he had to say.
Any names that you could be,
no names.
There are some people saying that Ronnie Shields could be a possibility. Some people are saying that.
Nah. I mean, he is in Houston, but not right now. I ain't got nobody right now.
You think about thinking of train outside of Texas, and maybe go to like the East Coast, some of your roots, maybe like out in New York? Or?
I don't know, man, but Frank fight Saturday.
Errol, Javante just slow started. Do you think he could afford to give up the first couple rounds to Frank Martin, like he normally does before he turns it on?
I mean, I don't know, because, everybody been saying that, so he might try to switch it up, but, if he does start slow, then, hey, that's good for Frank, and we'll win those early rounds.
If you faced Javante, if it was like a fantasy fight, if you had to face him, what would you do in the first few rounds and continue to the mid rounds? And obviously you can take him to deep waters, what would you do?
I don't know. If it was a fifth, man, I'll be drunk.
Tank is running a huge fan base in boxing over the years. What do you think of the possibility of Frank Martin possibly exploding? He's running a huge fan base in boxing over the years.
I'll be drunk. If it was a fifth, man, I'll be drunk.
Tank is running a huge fan base in boxing over the years.
Did he say if it was a fit or whatever he said, he'll be drunk? How dare you, Errol? You should never utter those words about any type of intoxication dealing with you.
What do you think of the possibility of Frank Martin possibly exploding in terms of popularity if he goes after the next
Oh, yeah. Everybody watching the fight. So when Frank's beat Tank, he's a guy at 135 pounds. So, that's the goal, to beat the top dog. So once he beats him, he's the man.
And bringing back the news you said about coming out of Saudi Arabia, if they were to implement a model where the best fighters are all under one umbrella like the UFC does, do you think that would be the best case for the fans in order to see the best fights happen?
Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. As long as it's under, the boxing umbrella where we don't take up the UFC umbrella, because I know a lot of times they're unpaid. So, as long as, we got a great umbrella and it still goes how it's supposed to go, and, all the promoters and everybody.
Well, it wasn't too much more to talk about in that interview, but I gave you two. Hold up. Here go another one, shawty. Let's see if this is any better than the last two, because they waited too long. They didn't ask about it. Let's see what he talking about. So this is what not supposed to happen. Arrow's asking the media questions. You know what I'm saying? So it's up to us to ask the questions for an answer, not to be interviewed ourselves. Because most of the time we're on a time limit at any given time. Like I said before I even looked at these videos, what did I say? It's Wednesday. Those of you who have attended the fight card this early in the week, it's plenty of time for a fighter to talk. And for those of you that's actually been, they're in Studio B. I'm looking at the carpet. This is Studio B. This is why you don't see a whole lot of people around. You know what I'm saying? Just from general casual people walking through the casino. This is all people that's dealing with the media. I've been there and done that. You know what I'm saying? Just wanted to give you a little bit of gems about the core of Studio B. Okay, so he corrected somebody else. It's not about him, it's about Frank. It's not about him, it's about Frank. He just happened to be an active boxer, still stepping into the ring, got a big fight coming up with Sebastian Fundora. Nobody's asking about that, nor does he want people to venture off until last year of the T-Mobile Massacre. He says about Frank, he's about Frank, it's about Frank. So what is it going to be when you come up on fight week again? Oh, it's about Sebastian. It's about Sebastian. It's about Sebastian. No, bro, answer the fucking questions, man. That's what they there for, man. Answer the damn questions. So he said October, November for him, see Fundora. October, November. So if Arrow ever tell you October, November, it's probably gonna be next March. In 2025. God damn it. It's 100% about Frank Martin. How much can we say about Frank Martin when you have fought on a higher level than your fighter? God damn it. This is just one of those petty ass ways just to damn control the motherfucking media and tell them and dictate what you want them to talk about. No one has been able to give it to be able to dig and find somehow ask the right questions because you have putting all these deterrents up there. You know what I'm saying? These barriers, these detours, because you don't want to talk about the fight. It's all about Frank Martin. What do you mean it's all about Frank Martin? It's only so much you can talk about him, dog. Man, you fought on the highest level, man, way higher than Frank Martin would ever fight on. Several times. But yet, you want to act like you back at the very same place where it all went down and you don't want to talk about it because it might goddamn cause you to continue to lose sleep. Advertisement, people, this is going to be the last video because this is from the same media scrum early, just a different angle, okay? That's why you hear some of the same questions. They're talking about basketball. Oh my God. Salute to everyone. Hey, that's all I got with this, man. Chester say Spence still has his wit, good sign, his brain. Well, Chastity, like I said, I sped it up. If I would have put it on normal speed, I don't know if you would have been saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But I will do this. No, I have to take care of some things right now. Appreciate the hottest chat in the MF game. Salute to everyone who pulled up. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everyone who pulled up. The reason why you couldn't hear the audio because I took it down because it was the same. I thought it was a different video, but it was the same presser. And then you had to go through the lady, you know, asking her questions. And then at the end, you know, Spence pretty much was talking about keep it on Frank Martin. Frank Martin, he don't want nobody to even venture into that. It'll come around sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? It'll come around sooner or later where he have to answer those questions. But shout out to y'all, man. Salute to everyone who pulled up as always. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. Continue to support. Hit the like button on your way out. And if you choose to, you know, here go the Cash App. You choose to donate. Those of you. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.